Once you open your copy of GeoGebra, you should see a screen like what I got on my display here. This panel on the left-hand side can be closed with the X, and if yours doesn't come open, then you can go into GeoGebra's View options, and you can click on Algebra View, and that will bring that back up. It's useful to have this panel open most of the time because it shows you your equations that you have on the screen. So to put an equation in, you go way down here to the bottom in the input bar, and you type in the equation. So if I want to put in y equals 2x plus 1, which is the first one for our investigation, and I just do so. And I get y equals 2x plus 1 up here, which is giving the letter A to represent that line. Now to move it around, I can click the Move tool, and then I can move my screen, or my axes on my screen. So then it gets centered here. That's a little bit better. Now, we don't have to go through all these commands and all this stuff today. What we do need to know is how to put in the functions. So if I want to put in another one, I can still use y because you see its identifier is actually the a. The y doesn't have to be unique. So if I want to put in the next graph, I just type it in as so, and now we've got two lines on the screen. You can change the properties of these lines by clicking. You can change whether or not they're visible by clicking there. Okay. If I click into their object properties, then you can change the properties of the line. So make it visible again. And you can change the color, you can change the style of line, and different things that I'll let you investigate on your own for now. Okay. There are other types of equations you have to be able to put in. There's quadratic and absolute value in this investigation. To type in quadratic, all you have to do is start normally, y equals. Then if I want to put an x squared, I'd type in x. And then I'd use the Shift 6 button to get the upside down V, or the hat symbol. And then I'd put a 2 for squared, so y equals x squared. And there it is. If I want to do absolute value, I'd do y equals an ABS for absolute value, and then put in inside the brackets whatever it is I want to take the absolute value of. Okay, and you can see that on there too, the large V. So these are the sorts of graphs you have to be able to put in. Now, if you don't know commands you want to put in more, then there are these two helpful drop-down menus over here that have different functions you can scroll through, and there's quite a number of them available for you. There's also symbols that can help you. Okay, and once again, if you want to distinguish your graphs, you go into their object properties, and then you just change the properties there. And here you get a list of them, so you can easily tell what letter is what, and you can make them visible or not as well. And I think that's all we need to know about GeoGebra for this particular investigation.